Tonight we debut a new series we really hope you'll enjoy. Most everyone knows there are a lot of things wrong with Washington. However, there are also a lot of cool things here, landmarks and places to see. Well, Inside the Beltway, and Brett Baer is going to take you on a behind-the-scenes tour of many of them. Tonight's focus, a look into the world of cold, hard cash printing.
You know, on Special Report, we talk a lot about money. We talk about taxes. We talk about your money. So we thought we'd take you on a tour of a $20 bill, the evolution at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. All right, Kevin, here in this facility, how much money is printed?
We are printing here and in a facility down in Fort Worth, Texas, $1.5 billion per day.
1.5 billion with a B.
Billion with a B. We print 24 hours a day, 3 different 8-hour shifts, and typically 5 days a week.
Wow. And these huge stacks here, this is the actual paper before it starts the process of printing.
Correct. It comes in boxes like this from Crane Paper Company up in Dalton, Massachusetts, and it is a 75% cotton, 25% linen paper.
Why don't we grab a sheet and kind of show what the situation is?
This is the paper as it comes to us. There are going to be 32 notes on a sheet, and we're going to go look at a light table to see the thread and watermark embedded. Okay,
let's walk over there. It's right here behind you. Now, these printing presses, they just started over in this corner, and you can kind of hear them in the background. What we're looking at here is the watermark on the paper, right?
Correct. We put it up on the light table here. We're going to see the embedded watermark of Andrew Jackson. He's on the $20 note. And we're going to see the embedded security thread as well. So we have a tolerance that these images have to fall within embedded in the paper.
Just been through what? It's been through 2 passes?
This actually, the printing press behind us prints front and back simultaneously. So this has been 1 pass through the press, 3 colors on each side. So this is the back of the $20 plates. These are printing 32 notes on a sheet, and there are 3 plates on that printing drum there.
Now, once you have the plates, do they have to get redone?
We have engravers that do the master die. They do a single note, and then that's recreated. So it's cast out 32 times to make a metal printing plate here.
And that's a skill that takes a long time to acquire.
Correct. The engravers that work here train for 10 years to learn how to do the vignette there of the White House on the back, or maybe Jackson's portrait on the front.
So this is the back, and this is finished?
Correct. The back is now finished. There's going to be nothing on the face side just yet, but 3 days of drying time in between each process.
So there are people who look for every little piece of this to make sure there are no imperfections?
Correct. We would do quality control visually here, and we also have built-in inspection in the press.
This is the front?
Correct. Now we're printing the face side over here of the $20 notes. This new $20 note has Jack Lew's signature, our Secretary of the Treasury, and Series 2013. You can see that's Jack Lew's signature on our notes so far on the $5 and the $20 note.
Now, he had to work on that signature. The first one was a little loopy.
Correct. He did practice quite a bit for the signature.
Okay, so each one of these stacks?
This is $20 notes, so that's $6.4 million in a stack. If it were hundreds, it would be $32 million in one stack.
That's quite something. So 6.4 million right there. That's a lot of 20s.
So in this room, we're going to examine every sheet and every note to inspect for any defects or flaws.
Now, this is all replacement dollars, replacement money?
Most of this is replacement. Over 90% a year will be replacement currency to replace the old worn-out notes that we use in circulation. They wear out. They have a short lifespan, depending upon the note. We're going to print on a round green Treasury seal onto the note. That's going to go on right here where it says 20. Black Federal Reserve seal right here. And 2 8-digit green serial numbers, all on the press behind us. And we're also going to cut it down into individual notes.
There are mistakes sometimes.
There are occasional mistakes.
And you just throw the whole sheet out.
What will actually happen is when we have rejects, we do cut them in half back in examining. So we'll save the good half, and the bad half will be counted by several employees and then shredded and destroyed. We sell shredded money in our gift shop as souvenirs.
But it doesn't work if you try to use it at the gift shop.
Exactly.
Okay, now this is where they're cutting, right?
Correct. They're coming out in 100 sheets to a pile. They're going to move down the track here and be cut. Guillotine knives, cutting through 100 sheets of paper at once. We're going to pull out a pack, flip through and do what we call a fan check. Kind of like the old cartoon flip books. Flip through, see a cartoon move. Here we don't want to see any movement. Everything should look identical.
Random check.
Random check. If there is one bad note in that strap, the whole 100 notes come out as a reject. This is bound for Cleveland, the fourth Federal Reserve Bank out of the 12. If these were $100 notes, this would be $400,000.
Wow, but $80,000 right here. That's quite something. And it's really because it's replacing 20s that are coming out of the system?
Exactly. $20 notes go through ATMs quite a bit. Going through machinery like that wears down the notes, so they do have to be pulled out and replenished with fresh printed currency.
It's always good to have a nice crisp 20.
Exactly.
Here they are. Cleveland, here they come.
Wondering if Brett brought us any souvenirs from that trip. We'll let you know.